Right, welcome back to the channel. So if you see my last video, I gave the Shot Vision app a review, and it was decent considering it was £50. It was a pretty good launch monitor slash simulator, so it was decent. But today we are testing the Garmin Approach G80. If you want to have a look at this one, zoom in on that. Just want to say a thank you to Ian Wilkes. Ian, if you're watching, thanks very much. He let me just borrow this for a couple of days to test it out and review it for you guys at home. So we're going to give this a test. First thing I will say, obviously the Shot Vision was £50. This one, from what I've looked at, is between £380 and £400. So a much bigger price point. So we're expecting much better results. So without further ado, let's get into the review. So just unboxed it there. Get rid of that. So had a little play around with it yesterday, probably for a couple of hours, just to get used to it so that I'm not doing it straight away in the video. So we'll turn it on. Right, okay, so with the Garmin, you've got 5 different options. So number one is starting a new round. So that's, I'm pretty sure, obviously I haven't done this because we can't go on the golf course, but that gives you yardages to the holes you're playing, yardages to bunkers, hazard areas, layups, front of the green, middle of the green, back of the green, all that sort of things that you usually get with a watch or with a handheld laser. So you've got to start a new round. We're not going to do that today. What we're going to start with is the warm-up setting. So if you click on warm-up, this is where it's the launch monitor device. So this, we're going to hit shots into the net here. It's going to give me, with whatever club I hit, my estimated carry, club head speed, smash factor, ball speed, and tempo. We'll get into the tempo bit in a second. I don't really understand that too much, but let's hit a few shots with the warm-up setting where we get some numbers, see how that compares to maybe the Shot Vision app, and talk about it a little bit. Okay, so we've set the Garmin up. What they've said, from what I read, is you want to set it up to the right-hand side of the ball with your right-hander and around a grip's length away. That's going to give you the best results. We were trying to find it out yesterday and it took a bit of time, but that's what's going to give you the best. So I've got a pitching wedge here. I'm going to try and hit it around 120 yards. That's what I'm going to try and hit, and we'll see how accurate the Garmin is. Have a look at that, mate. Just off. So I said the 120. So that's estimated carry 121, club head speed of 74, smash factor 1.29, 95 miles per ball speed, and tempo 2.9. Try that yardage again. 112, bit short on that one. I thought that wasn't quite as good as the last one, so that's pretty good. Let's move up the clubs a little bit and test it some more. Okay, so I've got a 7-iron in my hand now. I'm going to hit some full 7-irons, so I'm looking at around the 170, 175 mark carry. Smacked it out of the way. So look at that one, that's got, I ripped that. That said to estimate carry 178. Should be about right. I hit that really well. So I'll hit one more. Didn't hit that as well. So I'm presuming that should be less. Yeah, 160 carry. That's quite a difference. But I didn't strike straight out of the heel. So with blades, the distance will drop down. Right, so what we found with the Shot Vision app, if you haven't seen the video, go check that one out, that's the one previous. So yeah, as we moved up the club, so into the longer irons and the woods and driver, it began to be really inaccurate. So we're going to start with driver. Let's hit some 3 woods. So my 3 wood, if this is going with carry, should be around probably off the deck around the 240 mark carry. 240 to 250 if I hit it well. So that's what I'd be looking to see. I mean, with the shot vision, with my driver, it was saying I was carrying it 320 yards through the air, which is not right. Hit well. So yeah, pretty good that's what I expect. So that's 249 carry, 109 clubhead speed, smash 1.4, which is what I expect. We'll hit one more. Bit toey, that one. Yeah, that's dropped quite a bit. I'm not sure it was that short. Struck that slightly out of the toe. But you can see the smash went down there from 1.4 to 1.34. So it could tell that my strike wasn't so good. So far, so good. And just to end this segment, we'll hit some drivers and see what the numbers are like. So again, with the driver, be looking at 280, 285 carry, pretty stock, and around 115 clubhead speed. That's just me trying to hit a standard driver. Sorry, Ian. So let's have a look at that. That went carry at 283. Clubhead speed was down there. That seems quite low. 1.45 smash. Hit one more. Didn't strike that one very well. So didn't strike that. 114 clubhead speed, 281 carry. It's about right. I didn't quite strike it. I'm not too warm as well, so my speed's probably going to be a little bit lower than standard if I was warming up. But so far, a lot better than the shot vision app. Much more accurate. So let's get into some of the other modes and we'll talk about them in a bit more detail. Right, so the next one down is tempo training. Now, I had a little go of this yesterday. I wasn't the biggest fan. I feel like I was doing the temperature. I feel like I've got decent tempo. And it was saying that I was a bit quick coming back or slow coming back. I can't remember, but if we go on to it, we're not gonna try it out because I'm not a massive fan. What you've got is up the top, you've got a selection of what you think you are. So we'll start off, you've got amateur slow, amateur medium, amateur fast, and then the same with pro. So pro slow, pro medium, and pro fast. You select what you feel like you are, which is a bit dodgy anyway, and then you just hit a couple of shots. It gives you a tempo rating. If you're in the green, you're good. If you're in the red, you're obviously bad. And I wasn't the biggest fan of that. I didn't feel like it was that accurate. I feel like tempo is something that needs to be in the right places. If your tempo's poor in certain areas, it doesn't matter too much. It's where the tempo is good is the important part. So not the biggest fan of that part from Garmin. I don't think they need that in there. But it's something to add for marketing, isn't it? If we move on to the next one, which is target practice. So this is like a combine test. Which I talked about in the Shot Vision app. So you've got a selection of 1 or 2 players. So it's just me today. Select one player. And I can choose what targets I want. So I can choose from 50 all the way up to 300 yards. Or I can just do a selection. So today, let's say we'll just do 50 and 75 yards. That's all I want to do today. Press OK. And it will tell me I'm up. So I had to go with this yesterday. So with each yardage, you have 5 shots with each yardage, which is quite a lot. I feel that they can do less, in my opinion. And all it is with those shots is if you come over here and have a look, you get points for each circle you're in. So if you can see that well, continue. So if you're in the inner circle, I think it's 10 points. The second circle's 5. The furthest circle's 1 point, and then out of that circle is no points. So at least there you've got a better point system than Shot Vision had. So we're going to give this test a little go, and then we'll see the results. Zoom in on this. this. Oh, he's hold it. Hold it. 25 points. Okay, so that's the end of the combine test there. I did 50 and 75 yards. Didn't want to do too many, so I got a score of 185. So I did well there. I got every single one in the middle zone, apart from the last one, which it went in. So that was the right yardage. With the combine test, it's not about dispersion, so it doesn't know how far off line you are. It's purely just on distance. So even though I hold it, it could have been left or right. It was just the correct yardage. And it goes off carry and roll. So it was 75 yards, not of carry. That was the total distance of the shot. So 185 there, which is good. Good score. Bit of practice yesterday definitely helped. So combine test, I like. It's much better than the shot vision. I feel like 5 shots with each yard is too many. I would knock it down to 3 maximum in my opinion, because it's quite repetitive. But it's good to do against someone else. Me and Tom played against each other a couple of times yesterday, and it was good fun and very good for your wedges. You can see there, I just practiced a couple of times yesterday, and my wedges were really good today, distance control. So happy with that. Final one we're going to talk about, we're not going to get into too much detail, is the virtual round, which I like. I tested this yesterday. Basically what this means is so we'll give it a go. So we click on the virtual round. Okay. The tournament thing, I think I saw Rick Shields do a video on this, where you click on that and you actually play a course against other people with this device, which is quite good. But we're not gonna give that a go today. So back to virtual round. You press course, and basically we go one player. You can select a course near you, your local club that you can't go and play at the minute, or you can just play any course that you might have played before. So I picked yesterday a course called Laranjal in Portugal, which was one of my favourite courses when I was out there playing, and I played it a few holes on it yesterday, and it was good fun. Obviously you can't see the course or anything like that, but it just gives you the yardages. So let's play one hole and we'll take you through it. So we're going to go West Cornwall Golf Club, seeing as I'm based there a little bit. Go off the men's tees. And there we are. So it's saying the first hole, 172 yards. So pop it back down in its original place. And I've got to hit what is a 172 yard shot for me. And that's roll out as well. Okay, so let's hit. I'm going to hit smooth 7-iron. So if you come and have a look at this. So that's saying it went 175 yards with carry and roll, and it went in the first circle. So that meaning that I got birdie. So if you're in that first circle, you automatically hold a putt. If you're in the second circle, it's 2-putt. If you're in the outer circle, then you 3-putt. So obviously no putting in this, but it's all about distance control, which is good. And then you can see here, we're not going to play the second, but the next hole, 379 yards, par 4. So whatever it takes for you to get there in that amount of distance and shots. So overall, I like the Garmin G80. It's quite expensive. It is 380 to 400 pounds. But at times like this, when you're in lockdown, potentially it's worth it if you've got that sort of money to spend. A couple of good points and bad points that we'll go through. Battery life's really good. So it's on 72%. We were using it yesterday quite a lot. We've used it a little bit this morning and it's still on 72%. So the battery life is fantastic. I like all the modes, bar the tempo training, which I don't think is worth it. I think if you focus on that tempo training on this, it's going to mess your swing up. I don't agree with it. And the one other bad point I would say is you can't do a practice swing near the device. So if you want to do a practice swing just before the ball, for example, this side of the golf ball, which I do quite a bit when I'm hitting into a net, so I want to be here and hit a couple of practice swings, that'll actually register a shot, which is quite annoying. It doesn't just pick up when the ball hits. If the club comes through that impact area, it picks it up, which is really annoying. But other than that, very good. I really like the target practice. I'd maybe drop it down from 5 shots per target to 3. virtual round I think is fantastic, and the launch monitor data is pretty accurate, I would say, especially even going up the bag. Club head speed is pretty accurate, distance is very good, it's what I expect when I was hitting my iron shots. So yeah, Garmin Approach G80, I'd rate it. If you've got that sort of money, maybe give it a go, especially if we're going to be in lockdown for a little bit longer. But yeah, shout out to Ian Wilkes for sending me this. I really appreciate you letting me borrow it and test it. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about the Garmin. If anyone has one, let me know. Give me your thoughts. And yeah, I will see you on the next one.